What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with what probably feels like a long time for me, but it's not going to be a long time for you, with our next playthrough in the Trails series, which is going to be Trails of Cold Steel 3. You can ignore the background for now. Obviously, kind of spoilery with some characters that are in the game. But obviously, I don't know how to, physically, without, actually, erasing all my files, which I don't want to do, or just starting a new playthrough and saving at the first available point. I don't know how to just have a normal starting screen. So this is what we're dealing with right now. But we are going to be doing this on a new game plus, Trails of Cold Steel 3. I don't even think I said what the game was, but you can obviously see it on the side, which will be right after, where Trails of Cold Steel 2 left off, where we got to see Class 7 kind of going their separate ways. And then, of course, now, I mean, you can even see on the picture here, you can see Reen on the cover there next to Altina, where he is definitely quite a bit older. So we're going to see what happened with that. But I do want to do New Game Plus because I assume this is probably a thing at Cold Steel 2, and I should have done a New Game Plus when I did that. But you could do max bonding points, which I guess means it lets you do everyone's bonding scene per free day. So we're definitely going to select that. I kind of like this more than, I say I like it more than what Tales does for their New Game Plus stuff, but I do like the grade system. I like having to work for stuff, but for this kind of stuff, we're not carrying over any of this. All of this we're going to start fresh, but the bonus stuff like the swimsuits, and I think really just these two. I don't need to take this. But swimsuits and max bonding points I do want to take with us. But yeah, so there is some other content I want to cover that does take place between Cold Steel 2 and Cold Steel 3. But I think I'm going to do it after we finish Cold Steel 3. I'll go back and make a video on it. Essentially, there is an anime that came out that deals with certain events that takes place between Cold Steel 2 and Cold Steel 3. But seeing as it hasn't actually been mentioned yet with the playthrough we're doing, I want to at least wait until it gets mentioned to make a video, kind of talking about it. Because obviously we're not going to watch the anime because, copyright stuff, I'm not going to be allowed to do that. But maybe once it gets mentioned in Cold Steel 3, the events that happened, maybe then I'll make a video where we'll just kind of do like what I did with the Black Records. Maybe just kind of do a lore video to kind of explain what happened there. But, like I said, as you can see, it's been a little bit of time since we last saw Reen. Obviously, when you're starting to watch this, it's probably only 2 or 3 days since I posted my final Cold Steel 2 video. But, for me, obviously, actually, I say that, but for me, it hasn't been that long. I finished Cold Steel 2 probably about 3 or 4 days ago, and I finished scheduling everything on the channel yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I want to be as close to being able to play Trails into Reverie as possible, so I wanted to hop right on this right away. But it is going to feel like a while, even just a couple days feels like forever. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough for this intro, so we're going to bring over swimsuits and other outfits that characters already had, and then we are going to start with max bonding points so we can get all the stuff on each day, or whatever free days we get. So, we're going to go ahead and get started and see what this game holds in store for our main hero of this arc, Reen Schwarzer. I honestly, for this game, I obviously remember the big story points, but as for what happens kind of in the middle, I remember the very end of the game very vividly, and I remember specific events through the game, but as for, what actually happens in this game, it's been... I think it was September 2020 when I beat this game, so I don't remember a ton. So we're going to revisit it and see what I can appreciate this time now that we're going back through it. So let's get started. So we have more options now. Up until now, it was just easy, normal, hard, or nightmare. Now there's very easy. We're going to go with easy this time. I always go with normal and then I complain later, so we are going to go with easy. And I believe starting with Cold Steel 3, they finally let you start adjusting the difficulty mid-game. So if there's certain points where easy is just too easy, then, you know, maybe we'll switch it up to normal at certain points, or maybe we won't. But we're going to start with easy and just go on through it. So let's get started. Okay, so 1206 in June. So this is a year later. Erebonian Empire, West Lamar, 120 Selge from Port City. From Ortis, it said. But yeah, so it was early 1205 when Cold Steel 2 ended. You know, it was like March 1205 when Class 7 went their own separate ways. Juno Naval Fortress. Oh, and like I mentioned at the end of Cold Steel 2, they did a major graphical upgrade from Cold Steel 2 to Cold Steel 3. So all characters you see in this game are going to have new models and designs. More Jaegers. I can't tell which group this is just at a glance. Well, well, well. It's our Ouroboros friend, Arianrod.
Yes, Master. 結社最強と謳われし敵機体が有名
Hi, Duvali.
そんなる挑戦者どもに存分に思い知らせてやりますわ
And obviously the other two that we fought over in Crossbell as well when we were climbing the tower. It's obviously Altina in the back, and everyone else are kind of newer characters we'll be introduced to at some point. Now, obviously, they're doing the same thing they did in Cold Steel 1, where they're, like, starting off in the future. Oh, I guess I can say this. I mean, it's obvious enough at this point. We've met the pink-haired girl before, back in Crossbell. Oh, jeez. Obviously, the pink-haired girl is Yuna. We met her once or twice while we were running around. She was at the, like where the prison was. Class 7. So they obviously are going to show everyone's names here. We got Yuna, Kurt, Muse, Ash, Altina. I think that's it. Yeah, these are the 5. So, oh, it's carrying over my playtime as well. That's kind of funny. So it's going to show a lot of playtime later on. Alright, well, obviously Yuna, this is the girl we met over in Crossbell who was, you know, in the process of trying to join, you know, the Crossbell police, but it seems she is now here wearing a, I mean, you can see by the logo, a Thor's Military Academy uniform. So for whatever reason, she's in Erebonia right now, so a lot we're gonna have to learn, but they're obviously using this as like a tutorial thing again, like like I said, we were charging Gorelia Fortress. Oh god, it runs so much smoother. And I forgot, like, the menus are super different now, too. Alright. We got S-crafts and stuff. I remember the first time I made the jump over to these games after Cold Steel 2, which wasn't immediate because, as I mentioned before, I played Cold Steel 1 and 2, and then I was informed that Cold Steel 3 and beyond delves heavily into spoilers, and just, you'll have more appreciation for Cold Steel 3 and beyond if you have played the Libero and Crossbell games. So, it wasn't like immediate, I played Cold Steel 1 and 2, and then I had 5 other games I played before playing Cold Steel 3. But I was still just amazed at the graphical jump. So she fights with Tonfas, similar to Lloyd, except hers is a little different. Her Tonfas have, like, she can fire bullets from them. It does seem like they fixed the whole, I wouldn't really say fixed, but they changed it so enemies, if you're behind them, they're not gonna, like, just immediately notice you. Now, God, the buttons are in different, well, I guess they're not really too different. Although I think crafts used to be circle, didn't it? Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm crazy. So just, let's look at everyone's weapons. So we've got Yuna over there. She's got her dual tonfas. We got Kurt, who we used a bit already, who has 2 swords. Ash over here has a, like, hammer scythe thing. And then this is Muse. She's got, like, a sniper rifle. But yeah, I'm like, okay, so yeah, it's June 19th of 1206. So it's been a year and 3 months since Class 7 left Rain at Thor's. I assume we can still do the same thing, though? Like, eventually it's gonna stop chasing me? Oh, no! I fell for it! It doesn't do the same thing where it immediately runs back. Okay. So they made it so enemies don't, you know, notice you as easily, but if they do notice you, they're not gonna give up so easily. Okay, I got it. Oh, I forgot there's an auto battle button now, too. Yeah, you press, like, right on the touchpad. And then left on the touchpad is the high-speed mode. I forgot they moved it from left trigger. Ugh, I don't like that. But obviously, starting Cold Steel 3 like this, it does give you a ton of questions. Like, one, why is Yuna... I mean, assuming you play Crossbell. Why is Yuna wearing a Thor's uniform? Why is Altina a student at Thor's? You know, lots of questions. And obviously they did mention how the Ashen Chevalier is their instructor. So that also obviously gives us more questions. So, like, I like it and I don't like it. Like, I don't like it because it does spoil some things in the future. Like, obviously, we know at Naval Academy, we're going to be going off against Arianrod and the Stall... What was it? Stall Ritter? I always get all the Ritters, like, confused. Anyway, yeah, so it does kind of give that stuff away. Alright, what do we got? Rest. But at the same time, it gets you excited to know, you know, these brand new characters. And I guess to see, you know, all the characters we haven't seen in a while. Like Reen and the others. Archaisms?
敵機体の専用機最新鋭の機体のようです
次から次へと見せ物小屋かっつーの
ずいぶん敷居の高い出し物みたいですけれど
トールズ第2特務課7組これより目標を撃破する
戦術リンクオンみんな気合を入れるわよ強そうね気をつけて
One benefit I do give to this game over the first Cold Steel is that I like that this new Class 7 is much smaller than the original. Like, the original Class 7 had like 9, well, by the end of Cold Steel 1, like 9 or 10 students. And then you had Instructor Sarah, whereas here you seemingly have 5. Sure. How much damage did that do? Not a ton. You know what? We can hit with an S-Craft. Let's do it. Still not a ton of damage, but better than nothing. Oh yeah, we also have these new things called orders. They'll get explained later, though. Get to go again immediately. Charm an enemy. A heal. She does the Machias thing where she's holding a ridiculous rifle with ridiculous recoil and just one-handed shooting with it. Nice. So we've stunned them, like broken their guard, so now anything we do here is going to do much more damage. Can we switch out? I guess not. It's not like, oh, there's swap. Okay, I'm dumb. Alright, Altina. Definitely stronger than she was in the first game. Alright, that takes care of those two. Good timing. Although the explosion wasn't that big, they could just jump backwards.
助かったよ
We already know their names from using them in battle. Is there really any point to hiding their names now?
ありがとねアルニくんどういたしましてですが空というのは
This is the same thing Milliam calls it.
なんとか一息つけそうでしたけど
そう簡単には問屋が下ろさないってか
我らの気配に気づくとは
Okay, so it's the other two. I forget what their names were exactly. Isn't one of them like Enea?
敵対の
It's funny because we haven't seen them, you know, they obviously didn't have any in-game models in the first two Cold Steel games, so the last time we saw them was in Azure.
後期に魔球か
One uses an axe, one uses a bow and arrow.
またあったわね7組の子たちこんなところまで乗り込んでくるとは思わなかったけど
灰色の騎士の加護なくしてこの死地を乗り越えるつもりか
Are you giving them a choice?
抜かしやがれ
実力差は明白ですが譲れぬ一戦もあります
Yep.
勢いよしならば全力で応えるまでだ
I mean, they're gonna have to be strong. I mean, the SSS even had trouble with each one by one.
飛行到着までの間せいぜい楽しませてちょうだいね
さあ力を示してもらうぞ
ひな鳥に耐えられるかしら
Well, had I known we were gonna have two back-to-back fights, or had I remembered, rather, I probably wouldn't have wasted all those S-crafts, but oh well. What items do we get? No Zerum capsules, nothing for me to cheat with. And we actually fight her this time. In the... Oh, we only have to get them... They have these, like, bar fights now, where you get it down to the bar, and that's when the fight ends. But, yeah, we actually fight her this time. When we fought her in Crossbell, she just, she had her robots on the ground. When you beat the robots, she was defeated. She would just fire at you every few turns. I don't have any craft points with any characters right now. There we go. That'll help. Yow.
行きますね衝撃の雨に我らに癒しを助かります
So yeah, it's like Machias's heal as well.
魔眼の神髄見せてあげる
Oh, great.
私の番です
Oh, but that didn't heal her. It just made it so her guard can't be broken. Oh, they changed the rush. You only need 2 for a rush now instead of 3. Forgot about that. Oh, do we have an impede? We do. Perfect. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
行きますね
Yeah, let's focus on you.
青き翼よチャンスです
もらった
さてとそこですここですユーナさんオッケー私の番ねチャンス追撃します
Oh, we only had to get one of them to half, or to that bar.
ほう見事だ。
思った以上に楽しませてくれたわね。
余裕かましやがって。まだ余力があると見た方が良さそうだな。
まったく何を遊んでいるんですの。
Hi, Duvali.
敵主力を迎え撃つ前にこんなところで暇つぶすとは。あら早かったわね。
余興もここまでか。
敵機体の筆頭大使。
The only character to be beaten by 2 main trails casts in one day. She went over to Crossbell, got her ass handed to her by the SSS, then came to Arabonia, and then Class 7, you know, knocked her down.
新速ですか。厄介ですね。ポンコツなくせにやたらと早かったっけ。誰がポンコツですか。ひな鳥の軍材で生意気な。
She would hear that.
エネア
Innis and Enea. Okay, that is their names.
ここは成功人で一気に片付けますわよ。
Even the SSS didn't get the courtesy of fighting all 3 at the same time.
承知。
悪く思わないでね。
あの時の奥の手ってやつか。はっ、上等じゃねえか。
いざ覚悟
させるか。
Young man's voice. Oh, hi, Milliam.
あらあら。
予想よりも早いか。
Quite a few friendly faces.
間に合ったか。
Gaius,
はいお邪魔するわよ。
Sarah, Eusis, and Reen.
さすがと言いますか。
余計な真似を。
Look at our boys and girls all grown up.
教官。
Even though it's only been a year and a half.
左翼に回ったんじゃん。
Not even.
なんかここでニアミスするらしくてさ。
さすがは難攻不落と謳われた城塞というべきか。ここは俺たちに任せてくれ。お互いもう一息だ。無事天守閣で合流しよう。
了解です。
よろしくお願いします。ああもう教官たちも気をつけてください。いいでしょう。飛んで火にいるなんとやらですわ。思考の存在に挑まんとする不遜、この場で切り捨ててくれます。行きますわよ、旧7組。灰色の騎士リンシュバルツァー。
You know, you get a glimpse of some of the characters as them being a little bit older. Oh, well, here's gonna show it anyway. They're gonna do their little intro. A new tale of the Erebonian Empire. Yep, they did say that things were far from over with what's happening in Erebonia. Osborne has some kind of... Oh, here we go. Showing everything that's happened up to this point. Green. Una Crawford. Kurt Vander. Okay, well, there's that spoiled. Altina. Muse Egret. Ash Carbide. Oh, they show everyone older, so get to see everyone's older designs here. Other characters we're gonna see. I'm just not even gonna bother saying anything. Oh, I gotta tell you my favorite. A lot of characters we've seen from different arcs as well. Hi, Valmar. The original Class 7 all grown up. I'm not even going to bother saying anything about that. Hi, Lecter and Rufus. Osborne. There's Shirley and Campanella. McBurn again. The three we just saw. Of course. Ouroboros obviously having a very major hand in what's going on here. I really could have just skipped through that. Obviously, it spoils a lot of characters' designs and who you're going to see. But, yeah. So, that's going to be it for this time. Next time, we are going to actually get started on where the game actually begins. Just like, I don't think it's as far, from what I remember, in the future as Cold Steel 1 was. Cold Steel 1 was, like, literally, like, I think it was, like, 2 chapters before the end of the game. I think this is a little earlier than that. But I also don't have a great memory either way. But yeah, so we're going to end things off here, and then we will proceed next time and see where our story with Reen Schwarzer actually begins after this 1 year. Well, actually, since that was 1 year and 3 months, it's probably going to be even earlier. So that was in June. So we're going to have to pay attention to where it actually starts to remember. Because obviously it was like middle/end of March where Cold Steel 2 ended. So we're going to have to see where this one picks up, because it might only be like a year later. But we'll see. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.